Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the first of my what's intended to be weekly assemblies that I'm going to post online on our school website. I think it's really important for us to keep having assemblies because it gives us the opportunity to come together as a school community. Even if I can't see you, it gives me the opportunity to share things with you that we're seeing across the board, across the school, and to give us an opportunity to think about things that are going to be happening. Now, I say these are weekly assemblies. They're not going to be happening in the Easter holidays, but after that, I will do them each week. Not quite sure yet which day I'll post them. Depends which days I'm in school and when I can do things that will be helpful to that. So for today's assembly, what I want to think about is feeling a little bit under pressure. All of you have now been at home in one form or another for at least a week and a half, and that's pretty tough. I know it's really hard being at home. You've probably some of you are in sort of flats where you're going to have quite a lot of you together in a very small space. Some of you are going to have a little bit more space, but whatever sort of environment you're in, it's pretty tough. And I think it's a little bit like this. So, for example, let's just think of a typical day. So maybe you wake up, you think about going to take part in the Joe Wicks workout, and perhaps other people in your household are causing a bit of a problem, maybe hogging the computer. So it maybe feels a little bit like the pressure is starting to build up, and maybe the computer starts playing up. Maybe there's some issues with that. Perhaps your brother or sister is starting to annoy you when you're trying to do your home learning. Maybe you're finding the learning at home quite difficult generally. Maybe it's not easy to access it. Perhaps your parents are putting a little bit of pressure on you to try and get the work done, and you really don't feel like it that day. Maybe you're feeling anxious about the whole situation with the virus a little bit, and that's making the pressure feel like it's building up inside you as well. And maybe we've got maybe your parents want to maybe you're feeling the pressure of not being able to go outside very much, and that's sort of building up, and the home is feeling like a really small, pressured environment. All of these things are building up inside our heads at the moment, and it's really, really tough. And if we're not careful, what's going to happen is everything is just going to explode. Well, okay, sort of explode. It wasn't the greatest explosion in the world, I have to say, but you can imagine what I'm saying. I thought we'd maybe have a little bit more of an explosion than that, but not to worry. The thing is, in order to be able to make sure that things don't explode, we need to start to think about the way that we're behaving when we're at home. So it's important to make sure you talk about how you're feeling. Sometimes it's not so easy to talk to your parents, but actually it gives you an opportunity to do so. So actually, think about it. Your parents are there for you. They are the people who care for you most in the world, and it's a great opportunity to talk to them. They will want to hear from you. A problem shared is a problem halved, and I think that's a really important thing to do. I think it's also very, very important to make sure that you enjoy some time out from each other as well. Build into each day an opportunity when everyone can just be by themselves and have some personal time, maybe some thinking space. It's really important. And that goes for your parents as much as for you. If your parents are feeling that things are too much, let them have a chance for some time out. You give them a bit of space as well. I think it's really important to do your best as well. We've got the home learning that you've got at home. You need to really think about what you're doing there and just try and do your best at that. That will make your parents feel better. It will make you feel better, and it'll give you the opportunity to do as much as you can. And take some opportunities for exercise as well. I mean, we're all allowed out once per day. We could all get some exercise done, and that will really improve things as well. And just have the opportunity, just make sure that you take the time to think about things for yourself and make sure that you know things that are best for you. Now, we don't want to feel under pressure. We don't want to feel under so much pressure that we're going to explode, or in the case of that can sort of dribble out, which wasn't quite the effect I was looking for. But there's always people who are there to help us. So your parents are there to help you. They're there for you, but also your teachers are there as well. You've got their email addresses. Give them give them drop them a line if you need to talk to them about anything. They'll be more than happy to help you with that. And just as well, you can use my email address as well to contact me. And in fact, I would love to receive emails from people so that I know how you're getting on generally as well. There's a verse in the Bible in Proverbs 12, verse 15, that encourages us to help one another. And it says, anxiety weighs down the heart, but a good word makes it glad. And I think that's a really important thing. So if you're feeling anxious, you can feel really weighed down with things. But just saying something good, something kind, something nice to someone will make them feel better. It will make you feel better. So try and lighten that load. Try and say a good word to other people. I'm just going to say a prayer now. Let's pray. Dear God, we thank you for the way that you care for us. Thank you that you don't want us to feel under pressure. Please help us to encourage and support each other, not to worry, but to be able to get to rest in peace. Please help us to share a good word with others when they need it. Amen. So we've just about finished the assembly there. I'm going to try and post it online. Hopefully it'll work. Not the most impressive of explosions. I thought we'd get a little bit more than a bit of dribbling out from a can. But please do. I would love to see some of the work that you've achieved. I've seen some of the things on our school website that have been posted or through our school Facebook page. But if you've got work that you would like to share, please do email it to me, kharvey@stnicks.w-barks.sch.uk. Really love to see that work that you've done. Thank you and take care.